was supposed to be a hay day video, or the cutting of the hay, but the weatherman lied again. Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Sheep Meadow. I'm Amber.
And I'm Brent.
And we got a good one for you today.
Yeah, we do.
It was supposed to be a hay day video, or the cutting of the hay, but the weatherman lied again. And we got about, what, an inch of rain?
We got an inch of rain last night, but we can't be mad at the rain.
Nope.
Look at what we went through last year. Last year we did over 100 days with no measurable rainfall.
Right. So we will be mad at the weatherman, not the rain.
Yep.
But that has left us with time to catch up on some other projects.
Yeah, we've got some more laying hens, and which is fine because our chicken coop is already set up to handle those. But we have some turkeys coming, and we're going to keep those in a separate pen than what our laying hens are in.
And we're hoping to grow. So we've got 4 turkeys coming. We've got 2 blue slate and 2 bourbon reds. We're hoping for 2 hens and 2 toms, and the toms will be named Christmas and Thanksgiving.
That's correct.
Hopefully. And then we're hoping to keep the hens for turkey eggs, and we're hoping to expand on that once we get comfortable with the turkeys. So we need to build them another coop, and we have 2 coops currently.
Yep.
The first one I built, and it is nothing to...
It's okay. It's worked for 4 or 5 years now.
I built it all by myself with scrap, and it works, and the hens seem to like it. It's just not very user-friendly for us.
So, but I think y'all seen time and time again throughout our videos that we have some very unique buildings on our property. I've been very lucky that Amber has let me build my own personal Old West town.
Yep.
And I think our turkey coop is going to follow that theme as well.
Yep. Well, I think we're going to keep it in the same between the Old West / red and white KFC theme.
Correct.
Turkey house.
And at the same time, we're going to base our turkey coop, our turkey house, similar to what our current chicken house is.
Right. So we built the second chicken house, hen house, and it is a lot better. And there are things that we really, really like about it. And then there are several things that I think we would change or modify. So we're going to take that and build upon. So we built, and now we're going to improve.
Correct.
And it's going to be a little bit larger.
Yep. The turkeys need a little bit more room.
A little bit more room. They don't nest the same, or not nest. They don't lay, well, nest. They don't nest the same as chickens do.
Yep. So
we need to take that into account.
Yep.
So we're going to show y'all, we're going to give you a tour of the current house.
Current chicken coop. Now I'll be able to, I'm going to be able to start this turkey house today. Obviously, we're not going to finish it. This is going to be a several week process.
Right.
But whenever I build at least the lower frame of this turkey house, I'm going to show y'all a method of preserving the structure of the wood, keeping it from rotting. And I know I'm going to butcher this pronunciation.
I was going to say it anyway.
But it's Shows Sugiban is the name of the preservation method. And,
I'll put that on the screen.
But we're going to get that. It's a new method we're going to try, and I've actually seen examples of this work in the past. So
we build it. We're going to build it up, so it's not going to be directly on the ground. But we're going to show you how this preservation method works. And we're going to show you where we're planning on putting it.
And we're going to show you our current chicken house first.
Yep, we're going to give you that tour, kind of tell you what we like and what I don't like about it.
Follow along.
Okay, so we're here in front of our current hen house. And the first thing I'll tell you is that we really enjoy having this awning off the front of it. It provided us with a perfect place to store some of our chicken feed. So we have these cans that fit out here perfectly, and they're mostly protected from the weather. I will tell you that these cans do a really good job, but if you put them anywhere where they're going to get direct rain, you need a silicone underneath the handles because that's where it's going to leak. But they work really well here. They get a little bit more protection from the front of the house, keeping it dry. But let's come inside and take a look. Oops, sorry, Oakley. So in the hen house, we have 2 windows, a window in the front and a window in the back, and then we left ventilation at the top that we put mesh screen material over to keep birds and snakes and stuff like that out, but to still allow ventilation at the top. The windows that we made them with box fans in mind. So we made this back window to fit this box fan, and then we made an identical window in the front. So during the summer when it's really, really hot in this part of Texas, we can plug this in and it's on exhaust, and it'll suck the air out and keep good air circulation and flow in here on those really hot days. So when you come in, you notice that we have our roosting rack for them. And this is probably one of the biggest things that we would have changed. So we've had to add on to this several times to provide more space for them. It's just, we probably will redesign and rethink this going into the turkey coop. We've gotten it now to where the hens seem to love it. They're not having any problems at all with it. They've got plenty of space when they're all in here at night. So that's great. I love that it's with the windows. They get a good breeze in the evening. They're not getting overly heated. They've got really deep bedding down here for where their manure load goes. If you look, I got one of the girls in here. She's laying, one of my Easter eggers is in here laying an egg currently. So she's doing her job. That is one thing I really do like, is I like the milk crates for them as nesting boxes. They like to be, if this was just opened and this wasn't here, they like to be kind of, a safe place. That's a good word for this current culture. But they like to feel protected wherever they're going to lay their eggs. And these milk crates do a really good job of that. So going out to this door, this is probably one of the things that we will still do again. This door is really, really useful. We built it with a guillotine style hatch that we can open and close, which is really friendly for when we're trying to clean out the house. I can close this, it keeps the girls out. I can keep the front door open. I can clean, scrape, take my time, do whatever needs to be done in here. It's also really friendly for when it's winter time, like when we had that really bad freeze. I could kind of pin them up in here. There's enough room for food and water, and I was able to have them like heated up in here for them so that they weren't overly cold for long periods of time. So this door was really easy, really simple to make. I made this door all by myself, so that tells you something, because I'll mess up a 2x4 really quick. But this is probably something that we will take over to the new turkey, the turkey house. The one thing that we will change is we do not like how you come in the front door and it's a 90-degree turn immediately to get into the run. This has made it a little bit complicated, or a little bit harder to haul in mulch or wood chips or haul anything out. You're having to come in and immediately kind of go this way, carrying things in and out to go into the yard. A little bit, not so much. So we will definitely redesign that come the turkey house. But let's go check out the yard. I'm sure we've taken you out in the yard several times over the course of the year talking about how we use our chickens for compost. So the yard is, you told me just a second ago, what is the yard?
The yard is 12 by 20.
12 by 20. So it's plenty of room. The first, I think this is first 10 feet.
First 8 foot.
The first 8 foot is covered, and then we drop it down the sides. So this first area here keeps them protected from any of the weather events that are going on and provides them with some shade. So it's a good place for their food. I also made kind of a makeshift roost for them that they like to play on. But you can see they have a good time out here. They love it. Around the edge, the wood is to protect our squash plants, because if you look like right here where they can reach, they're nibbling on the squash plants. So that's kind of protecting the squash plants. You'll also notice that I have the mister system. I have a whole video on this and how I set it up that they really enjoy come summertime. So currently it's not active, but we set that up on a timer and it runs all the way around the yard, that they really, really like. So it's pretty simple. They enjoy it. There's plenty of room for these ladies. So let's go over to where the new turkey house is going to go.
All right, so for turkey house location, this is one of the decisions that was left up to me, because I like to figure out how logistics of a lot of things are going to work. So back here in this back corner, this is actually a new section to our property that we added on to the homestead last year. We have, one of my reasons for this area is that we have water and electricity in the vicinity, to where I can get either some lights at the turkey coop. I can actually have water for an automatic water. I don't have to haul water here for the birds. In this particular area of the homestead too, we have a lot of natural shade. There's a lot of trees along this back fence line. The natural shade is going to really help us out in the hot summer months. It's actually right in line with our other chicken houses as well. So, all the poultry maintenance could be done all at one time. Something else to think about too is for our area, everybody's area is going to be different, but we have a prevailing southeast and northwest wind throughout the year. Poultry is not the most pleasant smell in the world. Obviously, if you got an extreme smell in your chicken or poultry area, you need to work on your carbon material in your roost or your run. But nonetheless, they still smell quite often. And the northwest and the southeast wind keep the smell away from where we normally are at on the homestead. So this little back area right here really works quite well. I think we're going to get after building it up. One other thing I'd like to note too is the size. We talked about I think it's a 12 by 20 chicken run and an 8 by 8 house for the chickens. This turkey house is going to be an 8 by 12 with a 16 by 24 run. So we're going to get to building. All right, folks, so we have our basic foundation laid out. We're 8 by 12 foot in dimensions, and we have crossboards every 16 inches. Every corner I have screwed off with another supporting board right now to hold the squareness of the structure. So we're 174 inches from corner to corner in each direction. We have only 4 center blocks right now, only in the corners. And the reason for this is we're going to do our wood preservation method, which is the Shu Sagiban method. I've wanted to try this for quite some time. I've never actually done it for preserving wood, but I've seen wood that has been charred decades ago that is still, I mean, it looks like, I don't want to say brand new, but it's still there. It's not rotted and decayed away. So we got the center blocks only in the corners so we can treat and char every section or every dimension of the platform. So let's get it done. So we got the subfloor built, or the framework for the subfloor built. We got the subfloor installed. We got the subframe actually treated with the torch.
What do you call it?
Sho Sagiban, I think, is the internet terminology for it. So we're gonna see. I'm reading that it's supposed to preserve the wood longer than what treated lumber would, even though treated lumber is actually mainly for bugs. It's not even for longevity, really.
Right. So we'll see. We'll hopefully it
holds up.
It holds up. We plan on having this coop here for a while, so yep. It's going to be here. It's going to be a fixture in the homestead.
Yep. So
whether it's turkeys or something else.
Hopefully we get we get a few more days without any rain, we can get the hay pasture taken care of, and then hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks we can get this completed as well, so we'll have it done before the turkeys get here.
Yeah, because they'll be here in a couple, 3 weeks.
Yep, so I guess I'm going to put all this up, and you're going to make dinner?
I'm going to make dinner. I'm exhausted, but I'm going to make dinner.
What are we having for dinner tonight?
You know, I think we're going to have potatoes.
Potatoes? We got lots of potatoes.
We got lots of potatoes. I think we're going to have potatoes. I think I'm going to make like beef and gravy maybe with potatoes and possibly some green beans, maybe some squash.
Okay.
We picked our squash is doing really good this year. So years past, we've fought the squash vine borers. And knock on wood, we haven't seen them yet.
Yes. So we've learned some tricks. We'll probably share that with y'all in another video, so stay tuned.
Hopefully y'all's garden is doing good and it's starting to rock and roll. It's that time of year that things should start happening.
So in the meantime, folks, if y'all wouldn't mind, subscribe to the channel. If you like today's video, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below.
Ring
the bell for notifications. We'll make sure to get y'all, if y'all have any questions or if you leave a comment, we'll make sure to respond.
Yep. Until then,
we'll see y'all next week.
See you next week.